Welcome to 3 Steps Beyond, brought to you by Cicely Soul Sojourn. And today we will talk about effective communication. A lot of the times we get into conflict with ourselves first and with others because we're not effectively communicating. And so today we're going to look at these steps on how to communicate in a way where there's no dissension, there's no misunderstanding, there's correct and effective way of dealing with life and dealing with others. And so I'm going to take you through each session will be like this. This will be the basis of each session. And there are questions to ask yourself during or after you watch the video. So, here are the 3 steps beyond. We want you to ask yourself the following questions. Number 1, what solutions came up for you as you watch the video? Number 2, are you able to revisit or visit a scene and now be able to use the techniques to resolve the situation? Number 3, what did you learn about yourself from the overall experience? Now use the 3 A's for continuous personal growth and success. Number 1, accomplishments. Number 2, achievements. And number 3, attainments. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take you through, again, this topic is effective communications. But what I'm going to do is to take you, that's why it's called 3 Steps Beyond, because I'm going to take you to 10 steps today on effective communication. And you can see these 2 here are effectively communicating. They're happy, they're enjoying whatever they're saying because it's clear. So I just want you to look at these words and pick a word, what steps out for you. And so there's leadership, there's education, because when we're communicating, we're educating. And there's a great word there, imagination, but I like to call that imagination intuitiveness. There's goals, there's planning, there's vision. See, that's another great word as it leads to seeing yourself where you want to be. So to be a success in life, you have to be able to effectively communicate in this way that you will move forward in life. So let's look at these steps. And as we look, I want you also to look at the vision of the people in there communicating, how they're communicating. As you can see, there's 2 men here, and they're both nodding their head in agreement with what's been said. It's clear about what each one is saying. So that's a way that you know whether someone is with you or not, whether they're telling you, yes, I can see you, yes, I can hear you, or whatever the case may be. So we're going to go on through this, and the next one is a very, very good one, because it's going to show you 2 doctors speaking to each other. If anyone needs to effectively communicate, are doctors. And so you can see fully engaged, the man is into the doctor's words as it relates to understanding. So now let's go into number 1. Let's see what we're going to discuss with number 1. I want you to think about what you might think it may be. So number 1 is prepare ahead of time. So you should prepare ahead of time. And this is a wonderful image, as this man he looks like he's outside and he's taking deep breaths and he's focusing and he's making sure that what he's going to do, what he's going to say is going to be in the right manner and therefore not cause any disturbance for anyone involved in that conversation. It's important to breathe. Breathe is the life source of our existence. And here there is this young lady, she's sitting and she's smiling and doing her yoga. That's interesting. So she's obviously having a great experience and she's preparing ahead of the time of what it is that she needs to do. So this is so number 1 is always prepare ahead of time. Even if it's a quick conversation, just a simple few breaths will help you be effective. So now number 2, let's see what that might be. Keep it simple, meaning don't go into expansion. Keep our words very, very succinct, to the point, and on point. So keep it simple. So let's see what visuals we're going to see next. Okay, so these two are engaging in something that they're looking at on the computer, and it's obviously been accepted by the person who is the receiver. It looks like the gentleman is the receiver in this clip, and he's saying, yes, I get it, it's clear, you're making it very easy, both are happy because both are getting what needs to be got out of that interaction. So now number 3, let's see what number 3 is. Eliminate jargon. So I want you to look at this visual, and I want you to imagine that the person in the red, you see the person in the red is leaning over because they're probably the ones that are talking the jargon, speaking jargon, and nobody's not understanding them, so they're off the side in red because it's like, listen, I have no idea what you're talking about. And so the person in the red is not feeling part of the group, and the others, the black figures, are engaging and they're saying yes and whatever. I'm just saying they're saying yes. But yeah, so basically eliminate jargon so there's no confusion. And here we see 6 people. Everybody's clear. There's nothing being said that you can see the body language, you can see their faces, you can see how everybody's coming in. And they're feeling, yes, see, you're seeing the shake of the head. So, yep, we acknowledge you, we understand you, and let's keep it moving, right? So, number 4. Wonder what number 4 is. I love these numbers. So, number 4 is a very important one, and it is listen attentively. And I know sometimes, I know even for myself, that we like to cut people off when they're speaking because we don't want to forget what we're going to say. And that happened to me yesterday. I was in a conversation and the person was just talking and not listening to what I was saying and completely confusing what my message was. But you see, what was nice was there was 4 of us in that conversation, and one of the persons who was sitting very quietly, we were online, but he was in the background listening, and he was able to break it down and saw where I was coming from. He made it very clear, very succinct, that everybody understood what had happened and what I was trying to say. Why? Because he was listening attentively. So sometimes when we think people are quiet and why aren't they engaging, maybe it's because they need to not engage, maybe because they're getting more than you and I. So that was really, really good. So number 5, what do you think number 5 is? So don't jump to conclusions. So if we don't understand something, can we not just say we don't understand? Why do we have to pretend that we're great and we know everything and I don't need to hear from you? It's not a good thing to do. If you don't understand as we go into this next scene, especially in a scene like this, if we don't understand, we need to basically say, I don't understand what's been said, it's not clear for me, and not jump to conclusions because mistakes can be made. And these medical professions here definitely don't need to jump to conclusions and need to be honest. If whatever is been given, whatever instructions or directions for patients needs to be absolutely without any encumberment of my own mind, making things up, saying, oh, it doesn't matter. It does matter. It's a life or death situation. So this is a very good visual as it relates to that. And number 6. Oh, lovely number 6. And this one is be conversational. So not speaking at others, but speaking together in harmony. You see how these two are here and there's something not quite connecting because both of them don't seem to be in agreement. So there has to be what they call, quote unquote, a meeting of the minds. And so here, these two lovely young ladies You can see they have a meeting of the minds. They're shaking their heads and acknowledging each other. And it's just a really beautiful scene how they are engaging so nicely. So number 7. Oh, this is a big one for me. Oh my goodness, I tell you, number 7 is coherent. Especially when we don't, it could be like English is not my first language, or Arabic is not my first language, or Swahili is not my first language. And so I don't need to mix the two. If my first language is English and a second language might be learning is Swahili, it's not good to mix up the two, especially with accents. Like somebody with an accent is trying to speak like they're from somewhere in the West. And it's totally just confusing for me, and it's not coherent, and it's mixed up. Just speak your normal tone, and I believe you me, it will be a lot clearer. It's turned me off of some videos I watch. I said, listen, I can't understand what they're saying. Anyway, number 8. Oh, drum roll. This is really important that we need to do that. And it sort of relates back to when I was speaking about the doctors, the medical profession. Reaffirm. If I don't understand what's been said, I need to reaffirm. Did you say so and so? And I can put it in my own words, what was said. I don't have to be verbatim, meaning word for word what the person said. That's what I do. I break things down. Okay, I'm listening. I'm reaffirming what you said based on my own understanding. And don't let anyone try to say to you, oh, did you understand? Because you've changed. I understood very clearly in my own way. So don't allow anyone to steer you away from your understanding. Number 9 is one of my favorites, body language, energy. And we're going to see a video clip now, and you can see there's some not great body language going on there. The energy is not synergy. You can see that maybe I understand you. No, I don't know. So there's that yes and no. But now in this video clip, you can see that there is that body language is good, the energy is good, and it's all in alignment, and it's very effective. When that happens, sometimes we don't have to speak. People can just pick up on our energy and our body language as it relates to how we're accepting what's been said. And number 10, our last and final step, and that is full engagement. It's important to be fully engaged, make sure that everyone, this is a good scene. Does it look like everybody's engaged in this scene? No, maybe they don't need to be, or maybe they should be and they're not. So just if you're going to do something like this, even the 3 of them, they don't seem to be fully engaged, because the gentleman on the right seems like he's distant from everything. Now this is an excellent video of full engagement. Everybody's participating, everybody's hands in the pot, everybody's eyes is focused on the pot, and everybody's words are focused on the pot. So now, in this one, I'd like to bring this image in because it helps us to rebalance ourselves and to refocus ourselves and to just get an alignment of where we need to be. And so that's why I like this particular image, and just again balancing the energies within, because remember I talked about energy and body language. It's important. And then you can do your own to-do list. I want you to go back to the questions that I asked you in the beginning, and just make sure that it's clear and answer the questions for yourself. So there you go. You got your 3 to-do points, bullet points. And of course, I always like to say, you are absolutely amazing. You are always amazing. So I hope you like this 3 Steps Beyond. I actually like this much better, the name. And so don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Or let me say thank you for subscribing, for liking and sharing. And of course, you were with me on Sicily Soul Sojourn. And I like to always say peace, love, and happiness and bliss. That's what we want in life, is peace, love, happiness, and bliss. And as I like to end, I like to say, over for me and out to you for your personal reflection and absolute understanding. Take care until the next Cicely Soul Sojourn 3 Steps Beyond podcast.